Thank you for coming back to follow along. Today I removed the inside of the liner there, as you can see. I'm getting ready to put this bad boy in. Can you see it? That's the exhaust port. I made a mark in red to know where to drill, but I think I'm gonna drill from the outside in. I don't know if that's a better idea or a worse idea, but that's the way I'm gonna do it. But first I'm gonna drill a pilot hole, just a simple little drill hole through it. Then I'll flip it over, and then I'll put this bit on. This is exactly the size that we need to cut that son of a gun. So, how y'all doing? Ow! Ah! See, I'm just gonna drill through with that real quick, and then I'll flip it over and drill through the other side, make it right. How does this work? Oh, here we go. You gotta be smarter than the thing. See, if I knew words for stuff, I wouldn't call them things. You gotta be smarter than the bit. There's a little notch there that it holds onto so it doesn't slip. Put it back together. And then we'll put it on our drill right here. Impact. And we're ready to go. Rock and roll. And then we're gonna put a couple more holes to make room for the exhaust vent. One for the air here, and then one at the end of the neck. Right there. We're gonna put an exhaust port there as well. 3-inch though. It has to be a 3-inch hole, or just under. I have the thing way over there. You wanna see it? Shit. I gotta move a bunch of crap to get there. Okay, this is the idea. This is the exhaust vent. See how it's directional? You could spin this to direct it whatever way you want. This will fit in the hole. So whatever size this is, it may not be 3 inches. It's a good thing I got crap laying everywhere. This will do. It's a level, but as you can see, it is 3 inches. Good. Yeah, it's exactly 3 inches. Just a tad under, a skosh under, a 32nd under. You don't know how to properly read a tape measure? Most tape measures these days will have every notch, every little line labeled. 16ths, eighths, quarters, half, full inch. But when I was growing up, you were lucky if they had 1, 2, 3 written on that some gun. My dad had this. It was a measuring stick, but it wasn't a rollout kind, like the normal that zip goes back. And it wasn't a yardstick, but it was like 20 yardsticks that you fold together, like one fold, like you could extend it, unfold it, unfold it, unfold it, unfold it, unfold it, unfold it. I don't know what the heck they're called. A step ladder measuring stick. You know what I'm talking about? Here's a picture of one right here. You ever seen one of these? And if I couldn't find a measuring tape to do stuff, and I had to use that, boy, there it is. So, have I ever told y'all about this guy? Why so shy? Look that way. Look that way. His name is Jackson Brown. I picked him up at a strip club. Remember that night? You sure do. Man, I totally went off topic. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I'm gonna put this hole, and then we'll go. Instead of explaining it all over every time I do something, I'm just gonna go into the next one and the next one and the next one. But my only concern is that I don't have the heater actually mounted there yet. So this hole isn't gonna be too big of a deal because I can adjust it up and down. But the other one might be more where I need to be more precise. So I don't know if I'll do that hole yet. I might do the other one. I'll definitely do the other one. All right, let's do it. Subscribe. Okay, the next step is to, you see how well that came out there? Look at that. That's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna keep that tape on the other side so it doesn't continue to get scratched up. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to run some 220 grit over it and make it look brushed, because I think I scratched it up too much already. But next, we're gonna put the hole, see? We're gonna put the 3-inch thriller through to Manila, and that'll be for the heat at port where the heat comes out. So I'm just gonna make a pilot hole. You're saying that looks off center. Well, it is off center, but the lid has to still go on, and that's another 1/2 inch. So it's right, trust me, it's right. So mind your business. This is just a mock-up. This isn't the one that's going to be in here permanently. The one that is going to be hasn't arrived because I haven't ordered it. I still got lots of things to order. So when I do get it, there is still more modification that needs to be done. This edge is rounded. This edge is flat. So when I get it, I'm going to have to do a little something to get that gap to go away. Maybe just put some weather stripping material in there, you know, some like spongy stuff, you know, some black spongy stuff or whatever. That way it'll just seal that gap, you know. And then on the inside, as you can see on the inside, there's a lip that the exhaust hose will go onto and then clamp. Probably like a butterfly hose clamp or something. And butterfly meaning you don't need a screwdriver. You can just twist it with your fingers. It has like butterfly wings to make it easier to, it's right here. Look, I'm gonna put the picture of it right here somewhere. That's what it is. So we're gonna do another hole like that 3-inch hole here somewhere, because it'll be the air intake for the burner, right? Exhaust out, heat out, air in, and we don't need the, well, we do have to put a hole right here, but not yet, because I haven't figured out exactly if that's gonna be its home or not. So I think that's a good leaving off point for today. What do you think? Got a little bit done, not a whole lot, not a super long video. I know everybody hates super long videos. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you for checking back in with me. I hope that you're enjoying the progress that's being made. It's slow, but what are you gonna do? I gotta take things slow. There's nothing I can do about it. In the next project though, the next video, we're gonna work on this box. Remember, this box is gonna go here, and it's gonna contain all the electrical doodaddies and wiring and all that stuff. It's gonna be kind of hidden. So we gotta add a facial front to it. We might need to widen it. You know, it's not very deep or not very wide. You know, it's as deep as it's gonna get. So, I mean, but there are modifications that need to be made, and then I need to find this material if I'm gonna use this. I don't know. I don't know yet. We just don't know yet. But thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Please comment. Tell me what you think. You can't tell me that didn't come out awesome. That came out awesome and perfectly positioned, if I do not say so myself. Does that sound right? If I do say so myself. Ha-ha! There's probably English teachers. Now, I doubt there's any teachers watching any of my videos. Right? You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, that came out pretty great. I like the way it came out. And like I said, when I get some more parts come in, then we'll go different directions. But the next video, this is gonna be an easy one. So we'll see. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate you. And like, subscribe, comment, tell me your thoughts, give me your ideas. He was found on the Riverwalk, I think, by some friends of mine, or a friend of mine, and she was with her sister, and they were looking for a home for him because they didn't want to take him to the pound, you know, and she knew I had a bunch of land, and so she asked if I wanted him, and she showed me a picture, and I said, of course, I'll take him, sure. I already had 2 Chihuahuas at the time, both that came into my life unexpectedly. The first one, her name was Nola, right here. And she was born in Louisiana. So, she was born in New Orleans, Louisiana, as a matter of fact, so it's Nola was her name. She was a girlfriend who never came back's dog. She went to work one night and she never came back. She pulled the I'm gonna go get a pack of cigarettes, I'll be right back, and never showed back up. And so that was the beginning of my life with Nola. The second one, her name is Sandy. She's right here, and she's right over there, as a matter of fact, as well. When I got Sandy, she was at a truck stop gas station that had the blackest asphalt parking lot, and you know that area where the tank, where the gas things are, and she ran up to me. It must have been 110 degrees that day, so the ground was probably 300 degrees. She comes running up to me, and she is just tap dancing because it's so hot on her little patitas. And so I picked her up, and it was like, she felt like a baked potato. She was so hot, and she had just, like, she was so sunburned. She didn't have a hair on her, so I thought she was a hairless Chihuahua, but sunburned, and her nose was all crusty, and her face was all crusty, and I didn't know what to do. So I went inside and I asked if anybody knew if this dog belonged to anybody. I mean, it clearly didn't look like it belonged to anybody, but you know, I didn't want to be that guy who just walks off with someone's dog, even though they were neglecting her. And so they said, no, she's been around here for a few days. And I just looked at them like, what are y'all? I mean, nobody could help her out. Nobody could take her home, pick her up. Look how innocent and little and defenseless she is. And sweet, the sweetest little doggy. And so anyway, I picked her up and I put her in my truck and I took her home and nursed her back to health. And eventually all the sunburn dried up and peeled off, and I thought that she had like cancer on her nose because it was such a large, like a rock, like where her nose is, you know. Well, one day that little shell just fell off and she had a perfect little pretty nose. And that was it. And how she got the name Sandy, I don't remember. I must have been watching Grease or something at the time. And, oh, Sandy. So then Brownie came into my life, and that night when I picked him up, I think that the last song I played for the night was Somebody's Baby by Jackson Brown. And so oh boy here got Jackson Brown, and it doesn't hurt that your coat is brown, huh boy? And I don't know what breed he is. I put one time that he was Dachshund on here. Can I lift you up a little higher? Let me see. I put that he was a Dachshund, and the vet got mad at me. Who put Dachshund on here? And I go, I did. He goes, why? I said, because I don't know what he is. He looks like the shape of a dachshund mixed with something. And he goes, he's a Chihuahua. Big mother brother in Chihuahua, right? You a Chihuahua man? You speak Spanish?